Lyons. I'm the Gourmet Mama. Obviously, you all know that, but you know, there's these episodes go out one at a time. So, and I'm here with our illustrious author, Tara Hayes, who wrote a book called Panic to Picnic. And if how many people in this room have had some level of anxiety at some point in their lives? Yes. Okay. And it is a very common thing, right? But everybody who has anxiety really feels like it's a personal attack to them. I'm assuming all kinds of stuff. My oldest daughter really suffers with anxiety and OCD and all kinds of things, and it's been a little bit challenging. This book has literally become her security blanket. And she went from being an extremely anxious child to carrying this book around with her. And I'm not kidding. She's 21 years old. She just went through her first big heartbreak. She's away at college. And so that's a recipe for like a lot of things for moms, right? It's like, you're far away from her. You want her to do well in school, and she's going through this crisis, and she has anxiety, OCD, and all of these things. But Tara's book is so accessible. It's very short chapters, a couple pages per chapter.
Right.
And you can just obviously, she's like, I have anxiety. Looking at a chapter that has more than a couple pages probably gives you anxiety, right? It's very accessible. You can kind of page through it. And if you don't want to read the whole thing, you kind of start where you want to, look at the topics and see if you want to start there. And so Emily kind of blew through the book very quickly, which I was surprised. I thought she was going to be super resistant. And I waited. I bought the book months ago, remember?
Yeah.
And I waited till the right time to give it to her because I was like, if I just give it to her, she's going to be like, I don't have anxiety. Well, she has really bad anxiety. Mm-hmm. So I gave it to her at the perfect time, and she really loved it. And so I reached out to Tara and I said, let me tell you something, girl. You kind of changed my life with this one, because it's one thing when you have anxiety, but when you're the parent of a child who has anxiety, it's just completely different. It's a completely different ballpark. And I don't understand her because I don't have anxiety. Mm-hmm. I've had anxious moments in my life, but that that general feeling of anxiety, gratefully, I have escaped. Mm-hmm. So it was really interesting to read your book. And to connect with you. And my daughter said, I feel like she was writing it to me, which I obviously you did. You really, so I want to talk to you. I want you to tell us a little bit about your process as an author and how this came to be. Okay. And I know you have lots of big things on the horizon. So I was thinking for a new year, everybody could use a way to reduce their anxiety and deal with their anxiety and find a common ground. Oh, I have anxiety, you have anxiety. Right. And feel better about that. And then I know that if you're one of these people that thought that, maybe I'm going to write a book, maybe I'm going to do something different, maybe I'm going to this is the year I'm going to make my mark, then maybe you talk to Tara about how to write a book, because that's what she does.
Yeah, so that's what I do. So how the book came about, though, Kelly, is I was working full-time in accounting. It was 6 years ago, and I got fired from my full-time accounting job. Okay. The second one within 10 months. So I said, of course, it gave me more anxiety. So I was like, what am I going to do with myself? And I came across an ad on YouTube for self-publishing. And then at first I was like, what am I going to write a book about? Because I didn't know what I was going to write about. And
because no one will read a book about accounting.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Who's reading that book?
Right,
Nobody.
Right.
All right,
and this was during COVID. So, and I thought the course was going to change my life. I thought writing a book was going to change my life. So, but when I came down to the topics to write about, I knew that I could write about anxiety since I had so much experience with it. So I published that. That was late 2019. Mm-hmm. And then after I published it, I said, how am I going to get more people to this book? So I thought I needed to take up life coaching. Right. So I did take up life coaching. I did coach a couple of people through their anxiety, but I had a bad experience with my therapist who said I wasn't qualified.
I wasn't sure if you were going to talk about that. Mm-hmm. So I wanted you to tell me, her therapist obviously was very threatened by the fact that Tara wrote a book and said to her, you're going to, tell them what she said.
She said, I'm not qualified to write a book, not qualified to be an entrepreneur, and I would be a detriment to the mental health society.
She was going to be a detriment to the mental health society.
That's what she told me.
Right?
And I stopped seeing her.
No, I
had
no more with that therapist. She's done.
Yeah, so And then after that, I said, well, maybe I'm not a therapist. I never tried to be a therapist. I was just sharing my experience. So I said, maybe I can help people with publishing their books. So after the helping people with anxiety, I said, there's anxiety that comes along with publishing a book, so I began focusing on that part.
That's great. That's great. And so are you a publishing house, or did you kind of walk them through the steps to find their own publisher or publish themselves? I
walk them through self-publishing.
That's great.
I am not the publishing house, but I am the...
You're the life coach for publishing.
Yeah, I am.
I like it. Listen, find your niche, guys. Find your niche. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So someone comes to me with a book they need to write, whether it's self-help, whether it's a coaching book, they come to me and I give them help with their book as far as we do the full process. Like if the book isn't in the shape where they need editing, then I'll edit it for them. First I review it to see what they need. We'll do the editing, we'll do the cover, we'll do the formatting.
Did you know you'd be editing?
No.
This is where the accountant comes in.
Right.
Because if you're detail oriented like that, that's good. That's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, I'm very attentive to detail, so that's why I feel like it's a perfect fit.
I'm not. Don't ask me to edit anything. Certainly not my own stuff.
Yeah. So we do the full process for anyone who wants to write a book, and a lot of people are afraid to write a book. So and I was afraid. One of the first lines in the book is, "Who am I to write a book?" So.
I know. I mean, Emily literally said, she wrote this book for me, and I paged through a little bit of it, and I was like.
Right.
I mean, I think that one of the biggest things with anxiety is that the isolation of it. You feel isolated, and you feel like you're the only person that feels this way.
Right.
And you also feel like everybody in the freaking room, this is the part that I have a very hard time with as a mother, is talking about you. No one's talking about you. But I know that I need to be like a little bit more compassionate about that. So the fact that she like kind of found a voice with you, and she was like, well, wait a minute, she feels the same way I feel, and she's talking about how she worked through it, and she talked about, and so I just think, good for you, girl.
Thank you.
I mean, really, what a big contribution to the world.
Right, and I've done a lot of work too, because one of the fears in the book is public speaking, so now I'm up here public speaking.
I said, you're coming on Gourmet Mama, so I'm going to teach you something else. We're going to make a sheet pan salad. And why are we making this? Why did we come up with this today? New year, new you. I want people to talk about their anxiety. Everybody has it in some form. Even if it's subtle and temporary, people have it, right? So the book is really a great resource. And to just, work your way through it. But also, feeding your soul, feeding your body, doing good things. How do you do that? People go, well, I don't really know how to be healthier. I don't really know how to. And healthy doesn't mean going to the gym every day and eating carrot sticks. And it doesn't have to be that. It just has to be being mindful about what you're putting in your body, what's going to support you. And so how many people, I'm sorry, not to negate the gentleman in the room, but how many moms in the room are like, what is a sheet pan dinner? Nobody was like, oh, that sheet pan. Has anyone heard of a sheet pan dinner? It's like one pan, everything goes on the sheet pan, and you put it in the oven, and it's like magic because that's all you have to clean up. Right? So that's good stuff. So then I decided I wanted to do like salad. I want to do something salady because we had the butter chicken from Spicy Affair, and we had the coconut stew, which is very hearty. So, well, I want to do something like a salad, but I wanted a winter salad. So sometimes a salad feels a little cold, especially when it's 11 degrees outside, but I want all that, I want a salad, but I don't want that salad. So this is a sheet pan salad. So we roasted all the vegetables, and we're going to do a little bit. So how are you with chopping?
I can chop.
All right,
that's about the only thing I can do.
You're gonna cut some potatoes in half, and you're gonna throw it on that sheet pan.
Okay.
So this is how it starts. We threw a few.
This way or this way?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
See, this is the good thing about Gourmet Mama. We don't have rules.
Okay.
I don't have rules. There's no rules. So there's no reason to be anxious in my life at all because there's no rules. And you're doing it right. No matter what you think, just don't cut your hand.
Okay.
That's the only rule. Don't cut yourself.
Okay.
And so in this bowl, we are going to add a little bit of butter lettuce. I love butter lettuce. I just think it's great. I'm going to add some spring mix too, but I might. There's a chance this bag's not going to open, in which case I don't know what's going to happen. Oh my God. All right, I need to borrow your knife for 1 second. We have one knife on the Gourmet Mama show. We're going to add some butter lettuce into the big bowl. I like to kind of mix it up with all the lettuces. You know, winter is tough when you live in a place like New Jersey where it's very harsh climate, it's very harsh weather. We lose the light and it's cold and damp and just like frosted. Your body starts to want to hibernate. It wants to retreat. So the best thing you could do for your body is like feed it good things, because I know we all want to sit down and eat panzerottis and mozzarella sticks,
but
when you come out from under the covers, you're going to want to go back in because you're going to feel so bad. So I'm a big advocate of mozzarella sticks and panzerottis, but you know what? If you want to feel a little bit better, have this sheet pan salad. So we're going to add some spring mix.
Am I cutting these, Kelly?
Oh yeah, sorry. Wow, you're fast. You got a job? She's so good. Look at that. We'll give you a couple more, and then I'm going to give you something else. Oh, all that, and I gave you the wrong things. Oh, well.
You gave me the wrong things?
I did. It's okay. We're going to, this is the Gourmet Mama kitchen, which means there's going to be mistakes made. All right, so we're going to dump in some spring mix, and we're going to do 2 containers of this. You know, we love our friends at Aldi who like to, they are a sponsor of Gourmet Mama, and they like to give me a preview on all the stuff they have. This spring mix is really great. If you've never been to Aldi, how many people here have never been to Aldi? Okay, good. I love to see when there's a low show of hands. It's time to go if you haven't been there. So we're gonna.
So this is all going together?
This is all going together. So what I really was contemplating was I want to have a salad, but I want to have a warm salad, like a comforting salad. And I wanted to figure out a way to do that. So we're going to roast some potatoes. Mm-hmm. We're going to cut 1 onion on there, and you can cut it however you want.
You got to take the skin off first.
Oh, yes. Let me do that for you. I can do it real quick. Watch this. All right, so we're going to have a little chef tip here. We cut off the ends on either side, and then it makes it way easier to take this part off.
Ah, okay.
Here, I'll help you. I'm going to take the skin off for her.
I'm usually the sous chef anyway.
That's fine. Sous chef is great. And again, I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook, and everything that I've learned is really just home cooking, just like everybody else. And we had this beautiful butter chicken from Spicy Affair tonight, but that's a restaurant. Restaurant cooks amazing.
Is the circles okay, Kelly?
Yeah, you know what? Turn it like this and chop me some squares.
Some squares, okay.
And it doesn't matter. You can cut it in half and then chop it into...
Got it, okay.
Watch your fingers. All right. It's stressful. We're cutting on camera, isn't it? It doesn't matter. It's just a flavor. You're going to put it on the pan and roast it.
Okay.
Here's the thing. If you cut it, if you give it a little bit more of a hearty cut like that, it won't burn.
Got it.
Because you have to wait for the potatoes to cook, and you have to wait for this sausage to cook, and then we're going to put in some Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
And we're going to crisp those up in the oven. But we're also going to keep some raw, and we're going to put some raw on the salad. I didn't tell her we were doing this, so she's really being...
No, you didn't tell me.
No, you're doing great. This is not anxiety-inducing at all, is it? How's it feel?
No, it's fine.
Okay. She's like, oh God, I hate you. It's okay. It's, you know what? I like to say to people, I do hard things.
Right.
When people say, this or that, I say, I do hard things. Oh, that must be really hard. I do hard things.
I can do hard things.
You can do hard things. Everybody can do hard things. All right, you're good. Throw that on the pan.
Okay.
Whatever you got there.
Okay.
Sure. That's fine. We'll leave that. All right, now you're going to cut these guys into little discs. So this is a really good product. This is chicken apple sausage from Aldi. And I really was very mindful because Tara does not eat pork.
Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me.
So everything we had tonight had no pork. I typically have pork. I'm a pig. I like pigs as animals. I think they're great. But I also like to eat them and cook with them, sadly, for them. All right, so you're going to cut those into little discs.
Okay.
Good job. And so this all goes on. This is a really simple thing. It all goes on the sheet pan. You just dump all this on there, and then we're going to put it in the oven once it's all in there at 400 degrees, and we're going to sear it. And it cooks for like a half an hour, could be 40 minutes. What I like to see is the when we put the Brussels sprouts on there, the Brussels sprouts are going to get crispy. I always put them down, face down, so that the bottom of them get caramelized. So you get like this black crust on the Brussels sprout, and it gets crispy.
Do I have to cut the Brussels sprouts too?
Yep, that's next. Unless you want me to do it.
No, I got it.
All right,
I could do it.
See, now she's an expert. I'm going to show you how to do it.
Yeah, just show me.
Ready?
I've
You're
never
going to do
cut it.
this. You're going to cut off the bottom, and then you're going to cut it in half. And go put it down on the cookie sheet like that.
Okay.
All right? You're
Yep.
good. You don't have that many of those to do.
Cut the bottom.
And then we're going to make a beautiful dressing. And these are things, so when I talk about things that are going to make you feel better, so I messed up because really she was supposed to cut up sweet potatoes, but this is the Gourmet Mama kitchen, so we mess up stuff all the time. The sweet potatoes are really what go on there. And I typically use the sweet potatoes. They have a ton of beta carotene in them. They add this sweetness. The chicken sausage has apple in it, so it also has a great flavor to it. And then you'll see, once we get all the vegetables on there, we're gonna dress this with a few herbs, salt and pepper, and then avocado oil and the maple vinaigrette dressing, which is like maple syrup and vinegar. And we put that on there, and this gives it, like, brightens it. And part of that is to help with the bitterness of the Brussels sprouts. And so, and with that, and she's gonna love this next task, because I like all the different flavors and textures you can get from food, we're gonna throw these guys out. We're gonna put some raw Brussels sprouts in here too.
Okay.
So this is a crucifer vegetable. It is a detoxing vegetable. So when you do this one, Kara, you're gonna cut this one a little differently. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna cut off the bottom, but then we're just gonna shave it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna put like slice
Got
it like
it.
a cabbage. So, and then we're gonna sprinkle it back in here.
Oh, it's going there. Okay.
Yep.
So cut the bottom and then shave it.
Yep, you got it.
Okay. Cut
You
the
do a
bottom.
couple of those, just so we have them.
Shave it.
And then we're gonna throw these guys, we'll do that. And then we'll season that and throw them in the oven. And then we'll get our roasted veggies out, and then we're gonna add our concoction together. Good job, good job. Now the
hope I
reason
didn't
I
get a
like
bottom
to do
in
this is, did you guys know you could eat Brussels sprouts raw?
I didn't
They're
know.
just like cabbage. They're just like cabbage, but they're so much easier to eat when you chop them up really small because they're very dense and they can be a little bitter. But we're gonna make a great dressing that they will never taste bitter.
I'm almost done, Kelly. Sorry.
You're doing great. Wash your finger.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah.
Oh, this girl's gonna take her thumb off at this the Gourmet Mama show. No, she's doing a great job. There's no stress here. Okay, great.
Just one more.
So take your time. So we're gonna add, Chris, if I switch sides with her, is that okay? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little salt to this. Just a little, nothing crazy. We are gonna add a little,
we didn't eat.
You're
oh. Okay.
you're good. We're gonna add onion, which this is just for show. Because I didn't open it yet. This is an all-purpose seasoning. It's brand new.
Can we open it?
The magic of Hollywood. When you season this all up, you'll be here. And we also don't have avocado oil. I don't know why. Something happened. So just pretend this is avocado oil, but we're gonna dress this with a little avocado oil. And then you can also use apple cider vinegar. So when you flip it around, it's apple cider vinegar. And why do this? It does help with the bitterness of the Brussels sprouts. It will take the bitterness out of the Brussels sprouts. This will also give you a superfood boost if you need it. Apple cider vinegar has lots of probiotics and it has lots of good things for you. So once we stick this bad boy in the oven, which we're going to, 400 degrees for 35 minutes. We're not eating till midnight, just kidding. We will have something that looks like this. So we will have roasted sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and onions and sausage, and we're gonna add it to our salad. And then we're gonna make this beautiful dressing. I think, but I need avocado oil and I don't know where it is. So,
Is that it?
hold on, it's coming. Yep, we got it, we got it. Oh, look at that. Ta-da! So, we are going to do, this is a maple vinegar, which has a little bit of maple syrup and it's mixed with the vinegar, so it has a sweet kind of mapley flavor. So we're gonna throw that in here. And then Tara, you're gonna add some avocado oil.
Okay. Tell me how much, Kelly.
Keep going.
I don't.
You're good.
Okay.
You can't really mess this up. And I'm gonna show you how, I mean, it's ridiculously easy. We're gonna add a little pepper. You're good. I mean, that's how easy it is, really. Like, you really can't mess it up. You're not messing it up. And then what I like to do is add a little mustard. And when I find that,
Is it in the same box?
it could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. And then a little maple syrup. We can do without it. I'll find it when I put it out. We're gonna add a little. See, this isn't open either. Is this crazy? Welcome to the Gourmet Mama kitchen, where we don't prep our supplies before we have to do something. Okay, there we go. I blame it on the snow. I just don't have. I'm not in the right mind. So add a little maple syrup to this, and we're gonna add a little mustard to this when I find it, which I will. And you're gonna mix it all together. And the maple syrup is gonna give you that nice, warm, comforting feeling. The vinegar is really gonna brighten it up and cut through some of the fat of the sausage. And the mustard is gonna just give you that like spicy, tangy flavor. And it's just gonna be great. It's like the perfect winter salad. Now you wanna throw cheese in here, go for it. You wanna do something else, go for it. But what I'm gonna tell you is, you're definitely not going to panic after you've had this salad. You definitely will want to take it on a picnic.
Yeah.
And that is it. We're putting this on the buffet. You guys can go eat some more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly.